Askreddit thread. Rich people of Reddit. What are some luxurious, but within reach, things that lower middle income people should save up to buy /do /eat that are really worth it? I am not rich, but when I was heavily pregnant with my third child, my husband started paying for 2 times a month cleaning service. It was $80 and well worth it. I can forego eating out a few times a month with a family of 5 to avoid having to scrub floors and toilets. We generally give her extra money just because it makes us so insanely happy to have our tiny house clean. Not just for families, this goes double for young people with roommates. Each of you chipping in 30-ish a month is a small price to pay for no more fights, ever, over whose turn it is to vacuum or clean the bathroom or do the dishes that mysteriously pile up in the sink and no one takes responsibility for. Let's see. High thread count sheets / bedding. Yes, they are expensive, but not Bugatti expensive, and within reach for most of this, with some saving. They are game changers for quite a few aspects of life. Amazing feeling to sleep in, like bathing in dry moisture. Are they now? You don't even need to go that high to get super awesome sheets / bedding. 600, 800 TC is usually great for most people. And about 1200 or so, and you're getting ripped off by many brands because they essentially double count threads. 2 threads are woven together, making them effectively 1, but they count them as 2. Wow, thank you for the explanation. I have sheets of supposed higher thread count that feel so much shittier than my favorite set with a lower count. Now I know why. On that note, if you're looking for good replacements, I would recommend this website for people who obsessively test products and give recommendations. The best sheets. I'd like to buy some new bed sheets. That sounds exciting. I'll do that later. Thread count probably gets the most attention because it's so easy to compare numerical values. Or at least it seems that easy. But like the horsepower of a car, it only tells part of the story. A 2500 horsepower coupe can easily be far superior to a 350 HP SUV. The biggest factor is probably the quality of the material. I prefer 100% Egyptian cotton sheets and blankets. Side note, Egyptian is just the name of the type of cotton. It's grown in many more places than just Egypt. The longer strands of cotton tend to be softer, more durable than other varieties. There's also different types of weave that can affect how the sheets feel and how durable they are. TIL, expensive for a rich person, is Bugatti expensive. For anyone curious, a Bugatti Veyron, whoa, it's a cool looking car, will set you back between $1.7 to $2.7 million. Damn. It's not the cost of the car so much as the maintenance, which will set you back 20% of your car's value each year. Even if you drive modestly, comparing to the Lamborghini Aventador, which costs 4% per year. It's expensive. Travel. I don't have a very large income, self-employed, going to my 3rd year, before that in college. I live like a pauper, and a lot of ways to save money for travel. I will never regret making most of my meals at home, or having a minimal phone plan for the sake of seeing a new piece of the world every now and then. It helps to learn to enjoy things that come from the frugality lifestyle. I really like cooking my own meals, and even when buying high-quality ingredients, it's still way cheaper than eating out all the time. So it's doubly beneficial for me because I get to have fun making my food while still saving money. Same with phone plan. Being constantly connected just causes distractions and stress. If someone really needs to get a hold of me, they can call or text. Facebook, email, Reddit, and everything else can wait until I'm out doing something else. I don't even have a smartphone. I also don't even have my phone bill paid half the time because it's a prepaid one, because I don't like texting. See, I am totally frugal. It's not like I intentionally did that to save money, though. I just don't see the need for a smartphone when I have a tablet. Exactly. It doesn't have to be expensive. Use public transportation, sleep in hostels, and see the world. You only have one life, and it would be a shame not to experience other countries and cultures. That sounds like fun. How much of the rest of the world is wheelchair accessible? My girlfriend and I want to travel, but she's in a chair, and everywhere we go in the US is either non-accessible or we have to go severely out of the way / pay more just so she can get around. If you find the US to be wheelchair unfriendly, then the rest of the world will be an unpleasant experience. Public places such as museums, theaters, and sporting venues in the US are required to have facilities to accommodate different abled guests. Many other countries do not or are not able to pass such laws, as public buildings are far older and cannot be properly updated. This is not to say that the entirety of Europe and Asia is unnavigable. Unnavigable. Is that just spelled wrong, or am I just really bad reading it? But to one used to the wide aisles and side levels of America, it can seem like another world. I bet. A good mattress, buying one on sale for $100 might save money in the moment, but will cost you in the long run of uncomfortable nights or when it wears out faster. Buy a decent mattress. You spend a third of your life sleeping, so might as well be comfortable. Nice try, mattress salesperson. I just want to share my love of the mattress with the masses. I always buy like a little foam thing to put on top of my mattress. That also improves your quality of sleep. Pretty sure it'd be a lot better just to have a nice mattress, though. But ain't nobody got money for that. Mattresses, nice ones, are like really expensive. Emergency fund and retirement savings. At minimum, a buffer of one paycheck so you never get hit with overdraft, preferably 6 months' expenses. 401k up to match. Roth IRA in low fees Vanguard. Okay, this is so much more important than anything else. My wife and I have kept 4 months pay in savings and almost depleted twice in emergencies. I'm so happy to pay it back up every time. Expensive clothes. Not the, oh, there's a channel logo on it, let's make this shirt $200, but the shirts that are around $50 and are really good quality. Same counts for shoes. Shoes that are better quality, fit better, and will last longer. Most of the time, they also look nicer. Not rich per se, but rather middle class and sustaining without debt. I personally suggest that the most luxurious thing you can buy with your money is time. If you're working 60 hours a week to meet bills, food, incidentals, and occasional weekend drink, consider giving up the weekend drink. Stop eating out all the time. Learn to cook cheap produce. It's easy. Turn down your AC/heater. Turn off the cable and stop working so damn much. The fatigue and pressure from constant stress and the exertion to keep up with the demands destroys your body and mind. Your best possibilities are shrinking and falling away as you lower yourself to bustle ass just to maintain. All the good ideas you might have are going to be replaced by angry internal ranting. The moments that you want to happen are going to happen when you've gotten enough rest and relaxed enough to notice them. Your entire world gets defined by the need to maintain. But for what? To do it again tomorrow? If you can scale back what you're maintaining and give yourself more time to live, even if you spend it looking at the ceiling, it'll be worth it. Plus, everybody tells themselves they're going to do something amazing someday. For decades on end. In a year, you'll wish you had started today, so make time for that. Time is precious, even if all we do with it is nothing. Ooh, you see, I've had this mentality since I was in high school. It's a great thing to have, guys. One day you can be a YouTuber like me and make almost more than minimum wage. Oh, but seriously, my job's awesome. Hit the nail on the head. I've been self-employed for 2.5 years now, and the best thing about it is not having to set an alarm every morning to go to work. Obviously, the days I'm not working, I am not earning, but I earn more now than I did in employment, so I don't care. Same with me. I love waking up whenever I want. I can stay up as late as I want to, but I usually try to go to bed around like 2 o'clock in the morning. That's when I have my free time, after all. After 12 o'clock, I no longer do work. I stop, and I just enjoy myself for like the next hour and a half or 2 hours. I try to stop either like watching anime or reading by like 1:30. Sometimes I go over a little bit if I'm reading a really good story or something. As an experience, take a real sports car around a racetrack. Man, I messed that up. If you live in a big city, they'll usually have specials for Father's Day. I haven't experienced that much exhilaration in a really long time. Flooring a Lamborghini is just a weird experience. It's so ferocious and savage. It's probably the closest thing you can experience to a rocket ship. Absolutely, I did this in a Ferrari 458. It was unreal. You're dead on about the ferocity that comes with smashing down the throttle. But hitting the brakes full on can just about rip your face off as well. I've never understood just how big the gulf between regular performance car like a Golf GTI and a supercar like the 458 actually was. Unrelated note, if you ever get a chance to drive or ride in a real luxury car, Mercedes, Maybach, Rolls-Royce, etc., do it. Same basic idea. The Golf and comfort compared to even 5 Series is ridiculous. Not sure these are worth the money to buy, but they probably are worth trying out just to see what it's like. That sounds cool. A Roomba vacuum robot. You may think, oh, I could just vacuum it myself. But no, that's the thinking of a poor person, peasant. Time is money, and a Roomba is a great return on investment. Let me just adjust your mentality for you. We have a Roomba. His name is Bob for some reason. How much do you make per hour working? Let's say you make $14 per hour, about $29K per year full time. Yeah, no, not me. I make a little bit less than that. Sometimes I make that much on a good month. Remember opportunity cost? What are you giving up in order to do something else? Sure, you don't do chores during your working hours, so I usually calculate my non-working hours as half the rate of my working hours. Because I could potentially be doing something productive or valuable. Chores could be even costing me possible time for pleasure or enjoyment, which has a value to it. Even sleep has value to it, which I assign a 1/4 of the pay rate of my working hours. I love sleep. So, let's say it takes you 30 minutes to vacuum manually. Instead of enjoying a half hour of Netflix, half an hour building your startup website, or half an hour with your significant other. So, at half the rate of $7 per hour, that's $3.50 of your time you save for not having to vacuum. I recommend you get a new Roomba from Bed Bath & Beyond for $399. Then stack their frequent 20% off coupon on top of it to knock off a delicious $80. The cost of a manual vacuum cleaner costs about $100. So if you vacuum once a week, you'll make back your investment in just a bit over a year. $3.5 times 52 weeks equals $182. Additionally, besides saving a bunch of time, it'll also keep you free of dust, pollen, and other allergies more regularly than your possible lazy ass. It will also improve the smell of your place if it has lots of carpeting. Life is short, so you only have about 30,000 days in a lifespan. Don't waste your precious time on things that can be replaced with devices or automation that are still affordable. TLDR, assign value to your time. Buy a Roomba for Roy. You know, I actually didn't really understand the time is money thing. Value your time. Until I started playing World of Warcraft, ironically. Like the most time-consuming game ever. Because I got really into the economy side of the game. And I was working at such a high level of like equipment and items and selling just massive amounts of crap that I literally just had to like stop doing stuff because it wasn't worth my time. And that's how I got a really good idea of like, you know, your time is precious to you. There's only so much things you can do in a day by yourself. And it's all because of Warcraft that I was able to appreciate the value of free time. Oh, while spending all of it on a video game all day. So yeah, I didn't really get that till a while ago. I can understand why most people don't really value their time either. Hey, why did the rich guy get gold? Happy now? Hey, Roomba guy, does it work on wood floors or only on carpet? Never looked, too lazy. I have one that works on wood floor, though it probably depends on the model, and I recommend looking it up before you buy one. Mine ate my keys last week. It took me a while to find them. Let's see. I disagree. I've had several Roombas in the past, and they've been more of a hassle than a help. My Roombas have gotten stuck between or under furniture until the battery has died, causing me to go around hunting for the damn thing. When they do work, the amount they vacuum is pretty minimal. If you have cats or severe allergies, it's not enough, and you'll have to frequently empty the bin, dump all the cat hair out. Still not that great on hardwood or vinyl floors. They either will perform the equivalent of sweeping or the equivalent of rubbing a wet rag in the floor that will dry out rather quickly. Also, you will have to replace your filters and batteries in the Roombas. I replace the filter once per 4 months of a weekly use. The batteries I had to replace after about 1.5 years. I switched to a regular vacuum cleaner a couple of years back and ended up giving my Roombas away. If you're concerned about the opportunity cost, then I highly suggest you consider a maid service instead, as they will handle not only vacuuming, but many other time-consuming house chores. Cameron's dad's car. It's so choice. If you have the means, I highly recommend picking one up. ITT, people that don't understand the question. The best part is you can tell most of these Redditors are not rich with their suggestions. Right? A good steak. Fuck off. In any case, not many wealthy people would be wasting their time on Reddit. Exactly, a good mattress. I don't think many rich people have a clue what a bad mattress feels like. A good set of speakers. A really good set of speakers will last you many years and completely transform the music you listen to if you're used to listening through low quality speakers. Think twice about slowly upgrading every few years. If you have the money to afford excellent speakers, take the plunge. Maybe I should get some good quality speakers. Monocle and a top hat. I dare say, nothing quite like a quality monocle through upon which to look down on pores. Feels exhilarating, especially in my wife beater and shorts. Dental care. At least get your teeth cleaned twice per year. Fix broken fillings before the tooth becomes unsalvageable. It will save you money in the long run. I'm nowhere close to rich, but I'm single and make pretty good money, and all I can say is bed sheets. Get yourself some 1,000 thread count bed sheets. My God, the comfort. I think everyone should try out a session or two in a float tank. I see you there, Joe Rogan. Float tank is much better for PR than the original deprivation chamber. That does sound pretty fun. I've heard that cocaine is a good time. I've heard that it smells good too. It smells fucking great. Get it right. It does, but the smell is subtle. You have to really get it up there to appreciate the nuances of the scent. Get it? Because you snort cocaine through the nose. It smells good. A high-quality, tailor-made suit. It will last a lifetime if you treat it right, and the way something specifically made for your body feels is so incredible. Edit. Lots of salty people in here that don't want to admit they need a suit, apparently. Good quality dress shirts and pants, like Ralph Lauren shirts, are like $100 per shirt, but they're completely worth it if you wear them a lot like I do. I have about 4 of them. I have about 5 years now, and I cycle through them many washes. They still have the perfect color with no signs of fading. 10/10 would recommend. All of my shirts are faded. My thing is food. I have a small farm and raise a lot of animals that I use to make pretty high quality meals from. From that perspective, here's what I recommend. Bulk spices. You need to grow herbs so you have fresh ones available, but you also need to get yourself bulk spices for stuff you can't grow where you live. Having the right spices available makes your food taste legit. It's much cheaper than buying those little 1-ounce jars and always running out. Good oils and vinegars. You get in a routine of always buying the cheapest olive oil and the cheapest balsamic. You need to try better olive oils and the other types of oils. You need to try good vinegar. There are very distinct differences, and you can have a lot of subtle and unique flavors in your foods just from cooking medium or what the vinegar is made from. Meat. If you can get high quality pork from a local small herd farmer, you have to do it. The spongy, pale, limp shit that passes for pork chop or cutlet at the store is nothing like the deep red meat of a pastured pig marbled with milky white fat. That, in its right, is culinary treasure. I'm making a spread this weekend that is literally ground pork bat fat whipped with black truffles and chestnut honey vinegar. because the fat is from one of my own pigs. This bowl of lipid gluttony only lasts about $14 worth of ingredients in it. But I look like Mr. Fancy Pants for having black truffles and high platoon vinegar. Eggs. Have you ever had eggs from a chicken or a duck that literally lives its entire life on grass? If you live near somewhere that has people who raise pastured poultry, buy eggs from them. It's probably only a buck or two per dozen more than the good eggs from the grocery store. Cookware. I have a 27-piece all-clad cookware set, and I use at least half of those on a weekly basis, and the other half get used monthly. It is the best pots and pans I've ever cooked on. I think the whole set cost something like $3,000, but I can't remember exactly. Damn. Induction cooktop. So, this is getting kind of pricey, but the combination of induction cooktop with those all-clad pans is amazing. Ours is the 6-burner Viking, 10 grand. That's a little bit more than good vinegar. KitchenAid Pro Liner Mixer. It's a remarkably solid piece of machinery. It makes mixing bread, kneading, sausage grinding, and pasta making a breeze. Skip the sausage stuff attachment, though, because it's completely shit, and get Lem sausage stuffers. Upright canister stuffer makes stuffing 5 lobs of sausage super easy. Scythial chainsaws. These things are beasts. I beat the living shit out of mine cutting 10 to 12 cords of hardwood every year in hilly, remote locations. My current steel costs $400. I would easily have gone through 3 cheaper saws, and this one is still rock solid. Cheese. Sorry for the brief aside into chainsaws. Cheese. Cheese is just such an amazing food. The range of flavors, colors, aromas, and textures is limitless. But before you start paying more for cheese, just start by paying more for more cheese. Try lots of different kinds. Take notes, figure out what you like, and then try better samples of the things you like. See what you don't like. Try small amounts of really good samples of it and see if you don't like it. Or if you just like it when you buy the good stuff. I'm sure I can go on about a lot more, but that's a start. Damn, that was long. Oh, my throat's kind of itchy from reading for so long. Good sex. Pay for a good professional for a sex session so you know what really good sex feels like. Someone starts to travel, track days, drive your car, or rented one on a racetrack. High-end office chairs. If I don't have Escargot with my morning coffee, I might as well not live anymore. Elections. Maid service. It's $8 a week. Toilet paper. Oh yeah, I recently started using really good toilet paper. It's the best. An SSD and a second screen. Life-changing. I do love my second screen. I don't know how I used to manage with only one screen like some kind of savage. One computer screen, I mean.